but the amount of paint and detail, like this was a figure from 2000. And McFarlane Toys doesn't even come close to this level of paint anymore. It's not like they're not even trying anymore. And, you know, he is doing the Medieval Spawn Kickstarter, which I did order the black one. And I am hoping that it's going to be really, really good. From everything that I saw, it's really, really good. We are now, I think, about 2 days away from the Kickstarter closing. And we've, you know, he's pretty much unlocked everything, even though nobody really knows what his targets were. But it looks like he's trying to get to a max target of at least 2 million, because that's what he mentioned in his last video. But, you know, when I made my first video about the Medieval Spawn a couple of weeks ago, you know, it made it look like he was waiting, excuse me, it made it look like he was waiting to hit $250,000 to unlock every extra accessory. And, you know, it was interesting because when he first announced the Kickstarter, I think he got so much goodwill. Like, the Kickstarter funded immediately. He went like over $1 million in the first day. And then I don't know what happened. So, he started to say like, okay, now, like, you know, he started to announce like unlocks at every $250,000. And all of a sudden, the Kickstarter completely stopped at about $1.6 million. Because all of a sudden there was all this, you know, controversy about it. It's like, why are you waiting for every $250,000 to unlock, you know, these tiny little accessories that are no more than an inch big? And yeah, I think that was a really bad mistake, because that pretty much halted the Kickstarter when he started doing that. I think if he would have left it alone, I think he would have reached the 3 million that the first Spawn Kickstarter got. But because he started announcing that, you know, people started to get upset. I was one of them. You know, I did voice my concern about like, why would you do that? Just let it be, leave all the accessories open, and, you know, I'm pretty sure you will get what you're looking for. Or at least make it clear at the very beginning that these things are unlocks. So there was a lot of miscommunication as to how that was handled. And, you know, unfortunately, it looks like, you know, I'm hoping he gets to 2 million. But I'm not exactly sure if he's going to get to 2 million. Right now he's at 18, almost 19, 1.8 million to 1.9 million. So hopefully he'll get to the 2 million mark and maybe a little bit more. But I do hope McFarlane Toys learned a lesson from that, and not to like bring in any kind of controversy when you're doing a Kickstarter, because I personally feel like the Medieval Spawn Kickstarter was by far better than the Kickstarter that he did, the first Kickstarter of the OG Spawn. Because that OG Spawn, although the cape looked amazing, that figure was terrible as far as I was concerned. There was no way for me that I saw that figure was worth $60. It was basically a Staction figure, and the paint job wasn't all that great, and there were a lot of weird joints and stiffness. I don't know. And then at the same time, he released the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn, which was fantastic. So if you took the cape from that Kickstarter Spawn and put it on the Mortal Kombat Spawn, you have a perfect Spawn. So I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking with that. But in any case, I didn't back the first one because I was like, yeah, that's not worth it. I'm sorry. But I did back the Medieval Spawn Kickstarter because I thought that was definite value for my money. And the figure looks amazing. Now, hopefully, we'll get all the accessories. But in the meantime, I do want to talk about this Medieval Spawn 2.